All right. So 6Q versus 5Q. Ooh, diagonal.
Drew, Drew sits at about a
Okay.
3Q now, 2 to 3Q.
Eh.
Drewch is actually 1Q on Fox, I believe.
Is he now one?
Oh.
Jeez, he's getting fast and
Yeah,
strong.
like it's like 2Q, 1Q on Fox, I believe.
So they're gonna have to all step up their OGS rank because from the next season, I'm just gonna use OGS ranking for placing them.
Okay, I know Drewch doesn't play on OGS. He plays on KGS and Fox.
If I was white, I would be eyeing this, and it looks a little bit too much like a Kobayashi for my liking, so I would approach. I'm still a fan of a two-space approach. The AI hates it, and they recommend this. But hello, mouse, why'd you do that? But that would require extensive knowledge of Jiseki, because there's some traditional variations here, for example, that we just don't want to see. And you need to know the counters around that, which can lead to some pretty annoying complications. Professionals that I've spoken to are fine with this for nice, simple responses. You can just go ahead and do this into here or here, for example, or if they lean on you, you can settle pretty easily. I do admit this does only work out effectively if you're comfortable with the fact that little things like this is an invasion point. I can make that a little bit larger. Yoink. That's an invasion point and that's an invasion point. If your opponent just tries something crazy and just assume this is like, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines of like 5th line territory for free. So to play this way, you need to be a little comfortable about invading, but this is probably one of the easiest ways that you're ever going to be able to invade something because it's nice and open with forcing moves. So really, you should be able to. Oh yeah, you go away. All right, so we've got this, and instead of here, we've got another. Okay, yeah, that's the thing. One thing that I'm not liking all that much is we have a cross that black initiated, but he is playing for influence, which is a little bit strange. It's not the end of the world to do it on a cross, but cross is typically territory based because your upper right corner doesn't really affect your lower left corner. So if we're going for like a kind of a framework middle scenario, we've got these two places that just never connect. So it's really hard to like slip into a more cosmic style given that. So as a result, we see a lot more low approaches here. And yeah, same thing here by white. Like, why are we slipping into an influential variation here? It's a little bit strange. Ooh, 016. This says I get to give my white opponent Sente here whenever he feels like going and grabbing it from me, because this one is sadly Sente, since we cannot allow this to be played. This would be big sad. So that means this move is going to get like a kick or a defense of some kind, because we can't do anything with that lingering over us. In other words, I don't think there's a reason to play it. This one is much more easy. If they play here, it's like, okay, you played there, good job, I'm going to play away now. Or maybe you tag this once, then play away. Either way, fine. This way, little weird. High approaches are continuing. Okay. Beware of this, because mouse, if you do that one more time, I'm getting rid of you. Because yeah, here, very, very sad. It is a point that you can take. It's also one of the reasons why I've stopped playing it in my own games at all levels, because this is, to my knowledge, this is still very much meta. If I play Tiger Mouth, I'm going to get hit immediately. And from here, we're going to have a fight that essentially just lasts for the entirety of the rest of the game. That's going to be a big sad. Play it away. AI says that's fine. I'm not really comfortable with it personally, because you are offering this as an exchange. And to play this, it means we're going to go ahead and play this one, I'm going to assume. So we're just going to go into a pinwheel Jiseki in the upper left-hand corner, which is a very violent way of continuing. Okay. Sure, because of the bottom growth. This move here does make sense. Uh-huh. Do I like the diagonal here better? I think I might. But for reasons that don't matter. And now here is the problem. If we go into the attachment on the left, we've got the push, cut, extend, drop, respond, jump, push, push. We should be fine. Or that. Yeah, this is fine, right? Yeah, I don't think this is going to end badly. Because we're going to be pushing for quite a while. But this is probably easier. This is probably easier. Ooh, don't like that. I'm a fan of either just extending, because you can't go wrong with the good old extension. Even if you just keep extending like a crazy person and you never Hane because it's against your religion or something. I mean, you still got an easy counter attack here. So the wall will help you out. Not an issue. The top's gonna get a little bit smudged, but that's okay. The Hane isn't the end of the world because the cutting point is a little uncomfortable. Because we've got this one into this one into this one. Really tough. Oh, hello. Really tough for white to find a good result here because everything is just being brought into the fight and it doesn't want to be. Wants to mostly be left alone given the fact that this area here, we don't really know if it's even alive as is. So yeah, very uncomfortable. We go in Hane here. Not a problem to take that cross cut out. This seems odd to me. I don't know why we're creating a new group when our first one was completely fine. I mean, white's just going to drop down. So now C13 is getting even more outnumbered, and we have a fresh group here. Yeah, this seems weird. Either just save the stone or go ahead and play the Hane, something like that. Not sure why we're creating a new one. Okay, that was a little bit of a scam. There is no threat here because this cut is not viable. We just connect on back and we're fine. And there's obviously no underneath. So yeah, this is kind of a scam. He's setting up for a position to jump out from. But if he doesn't get that jump out, I don't really know what plan B is. Because yeah, I mean, can we live somehow? Maybe something like this. We definitely have to connect there. We definitely no. This is dead. Because we'll have to connect. Yeah, that's just a dead shape. And even if we couldn't re-up, that's a dead shape. I still like that we're connecting all the things together here. I would be happy with this result. If he was alive, I'd be happy with this result if he's alive. I'm happy with this result he's alive. So we're not really losing anything if he doesn't die right now. Only if we were committing to leaving like an Atari behind or a cutting point behind or something like that, then I would say, yeah, you absolutely have to read this variation out before we play it. But here we don't have to read anything out. We can just kind of go with the flow until we either see that he's alive or dead and then defend accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is unfortunate. That's complicated. You are going. Ooh, yeah. I was about to say this is a little bit of a complicated variation here. Because right now we can't. This is going to be a cow. There's just way too many cutting points to hold all. Okay, this actually would suck. Well, yeah, this is getting really uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, we got this. This isn't bad-ish. He is out, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hoping he was dead, but this we don't really need because he's not going to go away. Wait, he's not dropping down anytime soon because this is just dead. And if he leaves, you can connect underneath. So the question is, where's the next big move? If I was going to play anything locally, it would absolutely be the Hane. Because I don't have to read out whether or not he can like cut me and Atari and do something here. Because I mean, at worst, that's dead. And at best, I don't see how this doesn't just drop dead too. So I would Hane. That said, locally you're settled, so I don't really care so much. I'd probably go back and play this one because that small knight on top wants me to invade it. Maybe this one. This one is a similar idea to the top one because there's like this and then there's like this. So the question is, how is he protecting all of his bad points? It seems like he can't. He's got to like retreat and just sort of leave stuff behind.
Okay.
And at this stage, it's like, well, the left's got, I mean, it's like the group in the middle, but there's the invasion on the bottom and like the top stuff. It's just going to all fall apart from here. The shape is betraying itself. This is a huge move to get in for him, yeah. Can we avoid playing that move, please?
Mm.
We play away. He's going to extend. We're going to play here. He's going to do this. And you're actually fine because this isn't a co. He can't put all the things together.
Oh, I didn't
Not
read
enough room.
that. Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah. So yeah, I got, that hurts because it kind of feels like white got bamboozled twice here now.
Right.
The bottom invasion, I don't know if we can do it. The left is territory, the right probably territory. We can do anything in the top. There's the invasion still, 2 invasions actually, because we still have these 2 friendly little fellows. This is very obvious, and so is this guy. Tell you what, it might be argued to be bad endgame. I will make this exchange to see what his answer is. Whether it's this one or here. I want to verify that he's trying to kill.
Mhm.
If he's
Okay.
trying to kill. You can almost live locally, which is the crazy thing, because there's this thing too. Because there's like a lot of stuff in here. There's forcing moves here. Like this is almost alive immediately.
Mhm.
I'd probably risk an invasion. I think there's something there still. Or if not, if you don't want to go and commit to it, you can go and do something like this. And then threaten to remove it and see what he does. Because here we're threatening a couple of things. We're threatening this one. We're threatening this one. We still have this one. We can jump out still. So this is the kind of thing where black has to decide how much he wants to try to kill you. Because we get this one into like here. That's okay. That's okay-ish. You have the left, he has the bottom, that's fine. Top still invadable. But we're using that center, which is the most important thing right now. Ruh-roh. Hello, this is a Wendy's. You can Atari here most definitely. And then yeah, you flat out live. There's no answer to this one. You might say this is an answer to it, and I would say you're almost right, but it does allow for the underneath immediately. So at the very least, there's that. In truth, I wonder about this one. Because we've got this kind of thing here. How do you kill both the outside and the inside at the same time? Because we can't double Hane. And if we're just doing this kind of thing, then I don't think he's killing you. I mean, the liberty count is 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, more than 4. Yeah. Actually, no, sorry, scratch that. He can't Hane. Because he has to be able to Atari up, and he can't Atari up or he's dead. So never mind that one. So he has to extend back again. Well, at that point, you're just alive.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's
I was
that.
reading. I was trying to read that out. I tried to read it out. And I just couldn't. I couldn't pull it off in my head.
So here's an interesting thing. If you know something is there, and On some level at like 5Q, we probably have some idea that this cutting point really need to be protected because there's a lot of free stuff in the area.
Mhm.
So we can just start poking around and see what's there. You could also, again, do things like this to see what's over there. Like he's got to give you something in exchange for not defending himself. That's just all there is to there. Something here has to give. If he just drops down, as long as the obvious invasion points, like if he just drops down, that's dead. Bye bye.
Mhm.
And that's the end of it. All right. Do we do anything over there? The diagonal is actually really bad shape because now you can just go ahead and play here and that's done.
Yeah, he did.
Good enough, I think.
Yep.
Actually, no. That's the wrong move. You can play here now. Because it's the same thing. If he drops down,
Oh, so I go under. Go under. Okay.
yeah. When you play
Okay.
here, he's got to play that one. And then we still get this one at the very least. Not
Mhm.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I live
hurts.
with that.
I definitely go here first. Again, the
Okay.
bad thing about black right now is not really respecting cutting points and shape. That is the one thing that's coming back to haunt black over and over and over again. I would be very worried about this because the longer we go with these mistakes being left in our play, the more we're just going to run into a brick wall against anyone who can start poking at cutting points and noticing bad shape. I like the aggression. I like that we're being consistent in trying to develop the middle. Like, definitely on par with that. But yeah, unfortunately, there's just too many weaknesses being left behind while we're trying to do that. So we want to develop the middle. We want to play a fast game. This is all great, which means more than ever, we need strong shape. Because if we don't have it, it's just going to all fall apart. I mean, obviously broken record here, but I like this a lot better. Or this one, sorry. Because yeah, this is going to be a thing. Too many cutting points.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I'm actually kind of insulted at this point. Like, you gotta do something about this. Come on. This is not a happy shape to be making right now.
I was overwhelmed in some ways by what to do. There was so much that my brain was reading so many places at once.
Yeah, and then same thing here. Like this cutting point is coming back to haunt all the things because the top isn't alive locally anymore.
Right.
This middle group over here is not alive locally right now. Yeah, black, you definitely need to protect your shape. Oh man, shape and cutting points.
I just couldn't make it happen though. I
Yeah,
was
the key
tasting it,
here
if you
is to
will. I
just
could smell
ignore.
it, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, the key here is being willing to ignore our opponent and just go for the moves that we know are Sente first. So like he played over here. Okay, so what about this one? Because literally, okay, hello, mouse. There, dead.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing that has my attention. Let's
It did
pretend that's
mine too.
alive right
Yep.
now. Let's pretend this is alive. Sure, this is not alive, but we'll call it alive. And then like if that lived, then there's this. Like we can go ahead and cut this off because all of this is now in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And if he defends that, well, then all of this is in trouble. And nowhere throughout all of this is he playing this move.
Yeah.
Like this is not the move that he is just dying to play. It's like, no, he'll be dying if he plays it. That's not good.
Okay.
Okay.
And then this, I was totally like, whoa, I don't know how to kill that.
Yeah.
It got real ugly
Understandable.
quick.
Understandable. So let's see, what's the simplest way of doing this? Without the upper right exchange, it's a little bit harder. I do agree. This is a tough one. I could just play some stuff at random. I know it's gonna work, but hypothetically, if we just look after our liberties, we can bring this little happy guy into the problem as well. I know we're gonna get enough liberties to go back and just kill this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I cut him off, extend your liberties on the surrounding group, and then if he hasn't gone back and made life, you can just throw in. Is the easiest way I could explain that.
Okay.
Because yeah, this like I can't say that it won't work because he does have a lot of things that are in trouble, but yeah, without noticing the others, yeah, maybe losing all of our liberties, maybe we can't play it anymore. Yeah, we might not be able to play this anymore because we've lost just like too many of our liberties here. Yeah.
It got ugly.
Yeah. That is yeah, it's dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Whoa. Okay. That is a co question mark. Now it's dead. Don't
I
tell.
know.
Okay, there's no way that upper left is done right now. Okay, so I was just thinking back here that he needs to play here right now and he's alive. I was thinking for you that you needed to play this one because if he drops down, you've got this shape, which
Okay.
I'm seeing at the very least is a co. Because this is a classic kind of corner position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
Once he gets to here, then it's not a co anymore. He's just done. Because yeah, there's nothing in there. Same thing here. Technically, this cutting point is relevant. If you play something like this and cuts you, oh, hello. And cuts you, you just play this one. And this doesn't go anywhere. So that one stone, sure, you get to capture it, but doesn't do enough.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things in this game. Yikes. All right. Anything else we can do? With that middle, though, I think you've lost, unfortunately. I assume you've lost.
Yep.
All right. Any question about the game?
No, I think that again, that's very helpful. It's just frustrating. That's been happening. Again, this is where I'm kind of caught at. I have a lot of games where I have a lot of potential, but I'm not pulling the kill.
Yeah, it could be a matter of not taking our Sente moves when they show up and responding to our opponents instead.
Okay.
But got to recognize that in things like this early bit, when we were talking about like why we would protect here, it's like, sure, we want to keep the right. That's something that we absolutely love to do. But at the same time, we're talking about the life and death of the entire bottom. So if he wants to invade this and just forfeit all of that, then that's fine. So what he's starting to do isn't as severe as what you're going to attempt. So you have to recognize that your forcing moves right now are more severe than his.
Okay. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
I've been just trying to grind on 101 weight Q, and just, you know,
Mm.
work my cutting points, work my basics that way. Because it
Right,
seems
right.
like the reading's taking me too much time.
Well, here I would just play it blindly, just like generally good shape. Like, okay, the Atari is a forcing, either this or this, depending on which one I wanted to go with, is forcing.
Mhm.
And I would keep the reading to a minimum until one of us was completely surrounded.